So you've been feeling unhappy. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. The feeling of unhappiness is not a good place to be. I've had different times in my life where I relate very well to what you're feeling right now. And the feeling of unhappiness is not something that one wants to leave to linger, because it's something that if you do not quickly attend to it and try to get out of it, it could linger and thereby causing more problems for you in your life. It could cause you to become very, very depressed, and depression is not something to be played with. And then it can also cause you to become very unmotivated. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to do anything. You don't have the willpower to do anything. You don't want to be bothered. And that feeling is something that can, greatly limit you in life. And it's never a good thing. It's not even safe to keep yourself isolated like that, or allow yourself to be in such a place of sadness for too long. So there are many things that could trigger the feeling of unhappiness. It could be life circumstances that include the loss of a job, financial problems, if you're struggling to get by, if you've been making a whole lot of effort to get out of the financial situation you are currently in and nothing seems to be working for you. That usually creates a lot of frustration, and a lot of frustration soon enough will lead to the feeling of unhappiness. And then if you're having problem with existing relationships, whether it be with your siblings, whether it be with your parents, whether it be with someone you have interest in, or the lack of even having someone, to date seriously. If you're ready to settle down soon and that's a desire that you have and it's not forthcoming, that will also create it. And past traumas as well. Sometimes we'll just sit down and think about everything we've been through in life. Sometimes this feeling of past traumas can overwhelm you, and you start to feel like someone who is not cared for, someone who is not loved, someone who's been taken advantage of a lot in life. And you start to find where you fit in life. You start to see yourself as someone a lot of people have just been toiling with and stepping on. And finally, there's peer pressure, comparing your life with that of others, what they've done and how they've achieved this, how they've achieved that. Even though a lot of the time people are faking things, faking happiness, faking successes, peer pressure is something that a lot of us struggle with every now and then. So all these are things that can create the feeling of unhappiness. And sometimes it's even worse when it's a combination of these things. To start dealing with this feeling of unhappiness, the first step is you try to get to the bottom of what's causing you to be unhappy. Once you get to the bottom of it, it's usually the beginning of getting over it. Now, what's making you unhappy? If it's past traumas, things you've been through, you just find yourself sad, a feeling that, oh my God, I've been through all this in life. People were supposed to love me, didn't love me. People I trusted used me. Those kind of feelings. What can you do? You can start by forgiving those people. The forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. When you continue to harbor resentment over someone, you are giving them power over you. You're continually giving them power over you. So let go as much as you can and try to heal from that thing that person has done against you. And if it's something you are blaming yourself for, you feel that, oh, if I had not done this, this wouldn't have happened. Let me just tell you, it's not your fault. It is not on you. It is on them. So forgive them and forgive yourself. Otherwise, you continue to be a slave to the anger that you are holding on to. And you don't want that. It doesn't help you at all. So forgive them and forgive yourself. Do you hate your job if you have a 9 to 5? Or the business you're doing, even though you feel like you are putting in the required efforts, it's not working for you as it seems to be working for others? Maybe this is the time to empower yourself. Maybe take some courses. Or what if that thing you're doing is not the best for you? Maybe you need to start all over again. Maybe there's something that really interests you that you'd rather be doing. You are completely in charge of your life. You can start all over. You can gradually start to make steps to leave that job that you hate, to do what you really rather be doing? Are you single? Did you hope that by now you'd be married? Do you want to be married and it's not happening fast enough for you? Oh, all your friends around you are married. Even your younger ones are married. Those people you grew up with are married. Why is it not happening for you? If you are overwhelmed with loneliness and you wish that you already have these things in life, you already have a husband, you want to have children, if that is the problem, please know that there is no point being unhappy over things you cannot control. You want to change your mindset completely. There was a time I would put it on a vision board. Even if I didn't literally write it out, I would have it in my mind. Once a new year starts, I'll be like, this year, I want to get married this year. It will not happen. Next year, this year I want to get married this year. Do you know what that did? That just hurt me more. The continuously dwelling on it and dwelling on it and dwelling on it. So enjoy your life. Now that I'm married and saying this, and that was how it felt too when I was single and a married person would tell me, enjoy your life, take advantage. It will feel like, yeah, right, because you are married already now, you don't really know how you feel. That's not true. Me, I know how it feels. But what should we tell you? We can't tell you to go kill yourself. We can't tell you to go steal a husband. There's nothing anybody can do about it except you allow time, things to take its course, and your own, hopefully, will find you someday. Putting your happiness aside until you achieve certain things is just setting yourself up for continuous sadness. You will not enjoy the life, and life is short. A lot of people in marriages are not happy. There are a lot of people who have children and the children are their headaches. Yours won't be like that, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to make you understand that you have these things doesn't even mean that you will always be happy. So please, focus on yourself. The more time you have, the more time you have to focus on yourself. And now do everything you want to do, you need time to do. Now that you have your time to yourself, do those things. Focus on empowering yourself and see if these things don't come to you eventually. Not everybody is self-motivated. I have a way I deal with these things and overcome them. However, if you're not self-motivated, if you are not the type that usually can talk yourself out of sadness or out of the feeling of unhappiness, this is what I recommend for you. I recommend that you do words of affirmations. And there's this serenity prayer that Alcoholic Anonymous groups they use that I think can work for anybody and will work for your situation. I actually took my time to write down some words of affirmations and I'll read them to you now. Okay, so I wrote them on a notebook. The first word of affirmation I'd like you to write down is, I have what it takes to get whatever life that I want. The next one is, I am in charge of my life and can take charge of my life. And another one is, I welcome positive thoughts and trust in my path ahead. I welcome positive thoughts and trust in my path ahead. The next one is, happiness naturally grows through my daily experiences. So if you know that happiness actually grows through your daily experiences, what will you do? You will work on what your daily experiences are, right? Another one is, I am enough. I have enough. And this is helpful for people who come to the internet and then are intimidated by the lifestyles. They see young people achieve so much and they think that, oh, they are behind in life. Even though when they are really not doing badly, they think that they are behind. And sometimes you want to ask yourself, behind what? Behind who? It's not competition. So say to yourself every day, I am enough. I have enough. Another one is, I believe in myself. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? You are the first person to believe in yourself. So believe in yourself and others will be motivated to believe in you as well. Another one is, I am grateful for another day in life. We are so carried away sometimes by what we have, what we don't have, what we are after, that we forget to actually appreciate the life that we have. A lot of people are dealing with one illnesses or the other. There are a lot of people that their daily worries is how to pay hospital bills. is how to get themselves well again. There are a lot of people like that. So sometimes we get so carried away that we take the life we actually have, the good health we experience, we take it for granted. Then here's another one. I am worthy of what I deserve. I love this one. I am worthy of what I deserve. Whatever it is you deserve, you are worthy of it. Whatever life you aspire to have, you are worthy of it. I remained single not because there were no men, not because, I couldn't really get married if I wanted to get married. It was because there was a certain kind of man I was looking for. So if that is you, tell yourself that you are worthy of what you desire, so your wait will not be in vain. Then there's another one. I choose myself. If you are in an abusive relationship, whether it is with parents, whether it is with a lover, whether it is with friends, if you have friends who are not appreciating you, somebody that is supposed to love you that is not appreciating you, you should always choose yourself. Choose yourself. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself, not more than you love yourself. Then there's another one. I am resilient in the face of challenges. Everybody faces challenges in one way of life or the other. You are resilient to face your challenges. Then the final one I wrote down for you is that I allow myself to make mistakes because they help me grow. Now write down these words of affirmations and repeat them to yourself every morning. And finally, the serenity prayer that I talked about. This is how it goes. God, give me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. In fact, if it's only this you write down and you say it yourself every morning, it has a way of putting you in a positive mood once you wake up every morning and you say this to yourself. And the final thing I want to leave you with, if you are a Christian like I am, there are certain scriptures that will offer you comfort in times like this. And one of them is 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. That place talks about how God is a merciful God and he comforts us in our trials. And finally, there's Psalms chapter 34, verse 18. And that place says that God is close to those who are brokenhearted and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. So these two scriptures is what I'd like you to hold on to as well, to draw comfort from. So on this note, I'll wrap it up for this video. I want you to know that I wish you all the best, and know please that you're never alone in everything that you're going through. And I recommend that you subscribe to positive YouTube channels like this. Mine is one of it, and everything I talk about is always positive. So definitely is a place that is safe for you to be in. And leave me a comment below, please. Let me know what you think of this video. If there's something you would like to share as well, please do share. If it's something private, something you need advice on, something you would like me to address specifically, please email me at KeepItRealWithKaro@gmail.com. So that is it. Until the next one. Bye.